Woo! Woo! Welcome to Some Heat Talking. The Miami Heat just absolutely put BTA to the LA Clippers. We absolutely smoked them fools in Miami, boy. 142, 123. It's only, 17 points. You don't come out here celebrating like that. But man, a 30-2 run had them boys losing by damn near 40 in the third quarter. Kawhi Leonard's just Kawhi Leonard, though, so he made the score look a little bit better. But the game was out of hand the whole entire way, and the Miami Heat got that dub that they were looking for and got that performance that they were looking for from this team. After, a sluggish start, get to the Pistons game, got hot a little too late, and then they had the sluggish games against bad teams like the Bucks and just not performing to the expectation that they set early this season. But they came out firing. This offense came out hot. Bam Adebayo came out aggressive. Him and Wiggins had the first 14 points, and it was ups from there. We had the 35-point first quarter. We had a 41-point second quarter. We scored a combined 76 points in the first half. That's what we've been seeing, and that's what we've been wanting to do it. This Clippers team is bad. The talent is bad on paper, but the Clippers team is pretty damn bad record-wise and how they've been performing this entire season. But we needed that. We just lost at home. It was only our second loss at home against the Detroit Pistons. We came back, said no, we're gonna show what we've been doing. We're gonna get back to what we've been doing. And it feels like this lineup is more comfortable with the offense. They know their roles. They know what they need to do. Norman Powell was able to finally break out of the little slump he's been having. Bam Adebayo had a breakout performance today, 27 points. Wiggins has been good these last two games. He carried it over to this game, doing good on offense and defense. Davion Mitchell, amazing game, of course, on both sides of the ball. Tyler Hero can walk out of bed and give you 20. He gave you 22. The bench was not there at all, but we leaned on the starters heavy. Heavy this game, and they delivered. They did what starters do. Look, here's our starting five. Davion Mitchell, 16 with 12 assists. Tyler Hero, 22 points. Norman Powell, 30 points, 6 threes. Bam Adebayo, 27 points, 5 threes. Andrew Wiggins, 22 points, 2 threes. They all did their thing. The Heat had 24 threes, 21 of those coming from their starters. Amazing offensive performance, and of course, amazing defensive performance when you're holding the team to 70 while you're already at 100. We went on a 20-0 run. They scored 2 points. Then we did 10 more on them. We went on a 32 run. I think we had our highest lead was, I believe, 32 points. I stopped taking notes because it was a smoke show, and I didn't think the Clippers would sort of would have come back. You can count it as a comeback. They took their starters out. They literally took their starters out. 3 minutes in the third quarter, I was like, okay, yeah, this game's over. But then the starters kept them in it within like 27, so they like, oh, might as well put Kawhi Leonard in, let him get some run, let him get back into shape, and he just carried the team to cutting it down to 17 points basically. James Harden didn't come back in the game after that. He only played 20 minutes. He had 11 points. Basically only the first half he played, but Kawhi Leonard, 36 points, doing his thing, was getting buckets. He had this freaking amazing play where he claws the ball like the claw and just reaches it up, and it's a pump fake basically, but he's still on his 2 feet and then puts it in. It was like, geez, who is this guy? Can the Heat go get him? Is he available? Can we give you a first round pick? Look, I'm already trading for people after this performance, but it's an amazing performance by the Heat. Out rebounded them. Shot less free throws. Shot less free throws than them. It was a crazy 25-10 foul ratio for the Miami Heat, but that's all right. Obviously outshot them by 15 threes. Just better in every category. That's all you can say. Better in every category. More assists. Same amount of turnovers. 1 less steal. 7 more blocks. Just everything we needed. Just amazing performance by this team. That just since Tyler came back, the offense has been on a downhill turn. Not too much because of Tyler, but because of the shooting slumps we've been having. No one can hit a 3. No one. And Norman Powell hasn't been able to hit threes like he used to. And then we finally saw a little bit of some of what we've been seeing early in the season. Last game against the Pistons in that late fourth quarter 20-point comeback that we almost completed, but we couldn't get the job done, so it doesn't really count, But it was able, the aggressiveness was able to carry over this game. We had people in the first quarter attacking the ball, getting steals. Davion Mitchell, Bam Adebayo came out fucking aggressive aggressive. Bam, doing his thing. Quick 7 points added on. He had 5 trays this game. Who was he feeling like? He literally can just pull up and hit that thing today. I don't know who he was feeling like out there. 27 points, 14 rebounds, a smooth double-double for Bam Adebayo. And we went on that run, interestingly enough, with I think it was the lineup of Davion, Norm, Bam, Fontecchio. It wasn't Hero. Hero did not go on that run. It was Fontecchio. I can't remember if Jaquez was in there for that. Maybe. I don't think so. Jaquez had a bad night coming off of that injury. He only had 4 points on 2 of 10 shooting. But we went on that run, man. It was nice. So Fontecchio was really the only starter that he still can't shoot. He's still on a slump himself. 1 for 6 from 3. But he was on that run with the Miami Heat that we absolutely exploded. Norman Powell hitting big threes on his former team. He does not fuck with them anymore. He doesn't really care. I mean, you can't say he doesn't fuck with them anymore. He doesn't care about them anymore. He's with the Miami Heat, boy. He wants to show them, you don't trade me for John Collins. Where was John Collins? How many points did John Collins have? John Collins. 10 points. You don't trade me for 10-point John Collins. Are you kidding me? Get out of here, you scrubs. And that Clippers team is just amazingly disappointing. How do you have Kawhi Leonard and James Harden? First of all, you went all in for Paul George. That screwed you. Now the Thunder have your pick, and you're terrible, so you don't even have your pick this year. Then you go all in. You also have James Harden. You keep James Harden. You have you keep Kawhi Leonard. You have Kawhi Leonard and James Harden. James Harden's absolutely hooping at 36 years old. Kawhi Leonard can't stay healthy. He literally just wants to get paid to do nothing. With the aspiration thing now, he clearly wants to get paid to do nothing. He's out with injury. He wants to get paid to do nothing. He wants endorsements that get him paid to do nothing. He wants to do nothing. But he's amazing when he plays. So now you're in a terrible spot. You don't know what to do with the guy. And you're invested all this money into him, extra money above the salary cap limits. And you're just in a terrible spot. 5-16 now on the season in the West. I mean, you can say you're probably most likely eliminated from the playoffs already, unless you go on a mythical 27-game win streak, which only the Heat can do. But the Miami Heat, in their case, 14-7 on the season, 10-2 at home. Amazing home record. I love the home record. Just keep on going up. Don't lose at home. Always take home court. And let's give you the player of the game. It's probably pretty obvious based on how I was talking. The big-time player making big-time plays this game was Bam Adebayo, 100%. Captain, everybody was doing their thing. I loved everybody was doing their thing. I was actually thinking about giving it to Davion Mitchell. That just 12 assists, 16 points. He was perfect from the field, hit all of his threes. He hasn't been really good shooting the ball and stuff. He hasn't been that much efficient scoring, and that's pretty much the only thing he can't really do that effectively. But for him to hit all his shots, have 16 points, I really want to give it to him. But Bam Adebayo really is the one who just started this game and set the energy for this game really, really, and immediately. It was like all go energy, no fucking around. Bam Adebayo was like, yeah, we're gonna get this easily. With his quick points, 27 points, 14 rebounds, 5 of 8 from the three. Only 1 turnover, 2 blocks, 2 steals, doing his thing. Plus 33, plus minus. And Davion Mitchell actually had the best plus minus with plus 37, but Bam Adebayo, 100% the player of the game, the captain, doing his thing. He thought he was going to get some quick rest. He had to come in the fourth quarter with the starters again because, Kawhi Leonard was doing a little too much for us to get too comfortable in this game. And that's the only thing I didn't like. I didn't like the defense in the fourth quarter. We got outscored 41-26 in the fourth quarter. That's the only downside of this game. That's it. Look, you can't win every single quarter. Everything's not going to go perfectly. It was a blowout. They gave up, but then they're like, let's not give up. And Kawhi Leonard did his thing. And made the game a little tight, but it wasn't butt cheeks clenching tight. It wasn't sweating tight. It wasn't like, oh my God, the Heat are really going to make a generational fucking embarrassment of themselves. No, it was in control. The Heat did their thing. Norman Powell was able to manage it, put it away with his tough floaters, his tough layups, attacking the basket. And we walked away with the dub. Bam Adebayo, I feel like, was the anchor for that win with him. And I'm going to give the supplemental player of the game to Davion Mitchell, because I really liked what he did. 16 points, 6 assists from the field, 4 from 3, 12 assists. And the best plus minus of the game, plus 37. Amazing performance by everyone. And not really everyone, of course. The bench has been a great spot of this team, but definitely wasn't there tonight. Kawhi wears 0 points. Jovic got no run. Jaquez, he was in a little bit of foul trouble, but he was 2 of 10 from the field. So the bench wasn't good, but we didn't need the bench. Amazing performance by the starters. And that's what the starters are starters for right there. Start us off and get us hot. And we were hot all game, boy. 140 points on them dome. Next, the Miami Heat have them Dallas Mavericks on Wednesday at 8:30 on NBA TV. I don't know if you guys consider that prime time. I don't know. But then after that, we have Orlando. So we have 2 away games. One in Dallas, and we have to come back to Florida. But we can't go to the good part of Florida. We have to go to Orlando on Friday. So Dallas, I want to see something different. Because remember the last time we played Dallas, it was Tyler Hero's first game back. And I didn't like necessarily, the way the offense looked against such a bad team. And I want to see. I think Anthony Davis is back, but that doesn't matter. Anthony Davis is back, even better. I want to see the bench get more. I want to see the bench have. I want to see Khalil wear mostly. Like the bench. I don't care. Speaking of the bench, Pelle Larsson sprained left foot, sprained left ankle. He looks like it's not a serious injury. Spo said. What is it? Sprained foot. Told Spo he is okay. So Spo even said in the press conference, he says he's okay. He has sprained. Doesn't sound serious. But yeah, Dallas Mavericks. Anthony Davis. I think he's back, but I don't care. I want to dominate this Dallas Mavericks team and show them that their little defense that they get credit for. The only good thing they do is nothing. And the Miami Heat can smoke them like they just smoked the Clippers. But yeah, that's the next game for the Miami Heat. Away on the road, a little 2-game road trip. Nice way to end the road stand. A smoke show against those LA Clippers. And here's Norman Powell. Here's that boy Norman Powell talking about his old team.
Just the makeup and the careers that especially Kawhi and James have had. Not missing the playoffs, been on winning teams. So there's a lot of stuff that they got to figure out. I think obviously the injuries and things like that kind of make it hard for them to get a rhythm and figure out their identity and how they want to be every single night. Always having to switch up. But I wouldn't have never guessed that they were going to be 5-16 and where they're at right now. That's something for them to have to deal with and handle. But I'm not worried about them anymore.
That's all I got, man. It was a smoke show, 140 to 123. Miami Heat, great win. Makes you feel good. Makes you feel like this team is, Tyler Hero's not. He's not really affecting it. Now we can finally confirm it. He's not affecting the offense. The offense is still there, and the Heat can still perform at this pace. The league hasn't caught on just yet. We're still ahead of the curve, and great win. If you made it this far, please, it costs nothing. Just hit the subscribe button. Scroll down, hit the subscribe button. It takes about 2.2 seconds. I timed it. So if you want to have a little challenge, what you should do is you go on your clock and you time it and subscribe, and then tell your friend to time it also and hit the subscribe button. So it's like a 40 time. You just see who gets the quickest subscribe time. But don't unsubscribe while doing it to resubscribe. Just subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right, that's all I gotta say. Actually, I got one more thing to say. Let's go Heat.